I'm gonna record a thing where I say there will be spoilers for the whole series of Danganronpa in this video, and then I'll just put it at the beginning or something.
Danganronpa.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Mike, and with me is my good friend, Twitch's own Tyler Rims. Hello, Tyler.
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going? So today, what we're doing is we are going to do a Danganronpa character tier list. I recently played through these games for the first time, not on stream or anything, just on my lonesome, and I decided I really liked it, and I really like the characters, my favorite part. And Tyler, you've been a fan of the series for... You were playing it on Vita, right?
Yeah, I've been a fan of the series for like 6-7 years, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm a newcomer. Tyler's an oldie, and so we're gonna do a little character tier list here. As you can see on the screen, we have our characters down here. We have 69 characters, blessed number.
Augur's number.
Tyler put this tier list together, and it's actually on the tiermaker.com website, and there'll be a link in the description if you guys want to, play along. We're gonna do this draft style, so we're only gonna rank half the characters each. The only other rule we've set up is that if I pick a character, for example, from the first Danganronpa game and rank them, the next time I rank a character, it'll have to be from either Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa V3, or Danganronpa 3 the anime. We're not doing Ultra Despair Girls or anything like that, because fuck that. They suck.
Yeah. None of us played it because it's a bad game.
Bad game and bad characters. Tyler, you can go first, my friend. Who are you ranking and where?
So I'm going to pick from Danganronpa 1, to grab a Havoc. I'm going to pick Leon Kuwata.
Really? Okay. And where are we putting him?
We're putting him in A tier.
Okay, I like it.
Here's why, all right? He was set up by Sayaka.
That's true.
He was going to die by that deceptive bitch, but he turned it around and he took her out, took one for the team. He is not the ultimate baseball star, but the ultimate hero.
I actually agree with this take because I always thought it was kind of bullshit that she tried to kill him or have him kill Makoto or whatever her fucking plan was. And then he ended up being the one that has to, he's a murderer. Now, he could have stopped, I guess. But then what do you do, right? That's awkward.
She just gets someone else at that point.
I guess so, yeah. So he was doing everybody a service. And I really feel for him that he didn't really want to be the ultimate baseball star, because baseball's terrible.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't really like baseball anymore. And I'm like, dude, I'm with you, dude. Baseball's awful. All right, dude, good pick. Good start. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to pick Angie. And Angie is going right behind Leon. And I know you don't like Angie.
I hate Angie.
So this is a good start. But I think Angie's adorable. I love how carefree she is. I love Atua. I think I've accepted Atua as my own Lord and Savior.
Can't relate.
I do think she does get a little annoying towards the end, but then I didn't even have time to be sad about it because then the fucking mask face man, I don't even remember his name, weird incest dude, kills her. And not even she wasn't even the target. She just was wrong place, wrong time. So I feel for her. I think she's a pretty unique character to the series, but I get that she rubs people the wrong way, but I wanted to lock Angie down because I didn't want you to rank her at F tier. So
yeah, I definitely would have.
I'm aware.
Okay, so next from the Danganronpa Future Side anime, Danganronpa 3 that is, I'm going to pick Saiko Kimura. Because all the way to the right.
This gal right here, I never remember her name, honestly.
I'm gonna put her in S tier. She's S tier.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's why. All she ever did was help her shitty fucking friend.
True. Very
and
true.
everything bad that ever happened to her was not her fucking fault. She has the right to be mad.
Yeah, I agree. I was on her side the whole time. They treated her like dog shit. And she
deserves better.
And she's kind of badass.
Yeah.
Like, she pops some roids, dude, and starts trying to, like, claw people to death and shit. That's pretty cool.
Look at her. She's wearing ahead of the game, wearing a mask.
That's also true. Wearing a mask, and doesn't take her mask off to reveal a mustache or whatever and say she wants to have sex with her brother. So she's already the best masked character, dude. Well, maybe not the best. I don't know. I kind of like the Great Ganta, or what? Wait, what's not Ganta? What's his name?
Great Gozu.
Gozu. I have my name list up and I fucking put it away. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Great Gozu. Yeah, him. I knew his name the whole time. So I have to pick from anything other than V3. I'm gonna go to D2 and go to my man Teru, and I'm putting him right in the F tier, dude.
Agreed, absolutely.
Because Teru is a fucking menace. I hate his design for one. He like getting the nosebleed whenever you're aroused thing. I don't even understand that. Like, that doesn't. And he just like, I liked him more in the anime. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like his jokes hit better in the anime. But in the game, dude, he just came off as just a fucking creep, and I gotta put him in F tier. And he basically killed Imposter Boy for like no reason. Like his motivations weren't great, in my opinion. And like the moment I saw him in D2, I was like, that guy's gonna die. He killed somebody.
Okay, let's see, I picked Danganronpa 3 last time, so I'm gonna pick from Danganronpa V3. I'm going to pick Maki Harukawa, the ultimate assassin.
The ultimate assassin, Maki roll. Where's she at? All right, where are you putting her?
C tier.
Ooh, okay. I expected you to be more of a simp for Maki. Do explain.
Well, see, as the ultimate child caretaker, I was a little more interested in what she was up to. But when they revealed that she was the ultimate assassin, it wasn't that big of a twist. Just because, as the rule of Danganronpa goes, most people who have a skill that is at least implied to involve murder can't kill anyone.
True.
They're not allowed to kill anyone.
True.
And therefore, you're not doing anything. Also, she says, "Do you want to die?" so many fucking times.
That is true.
Shut up.
Okay, let's see. I picked from 2. All right, I'm going with my boy Hifumi, and I feel like Hifumi gets a bit of a bad rap, but I'm gonna put him C tier.
I'll accept C tier.
C tier for Hifumi, I think, is fine. I think that's the right ranking for him. I think because he's like a weeb and he's like he's a weirdo, people think that immediately means like he's like a sexual harasser or like just a creep. But I like that.
No, he's just fucking weird.
He's just weird. And I like that he's tricked by Celeste, but he like comes to her aid and he's like, yo, because she's like, Taka abused me. And he's like, well, we got to kill him. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm going to stand up for this gal. And that's not what you expect out of such a weirdo. And I do like that about him. And I like his voice. I think he's definitely a stereotype, but he's like my favorite kind of stereotype. Just a sweaty big boy weeb that draws a bunch of not hentai necessarily, but manga and stuff like.
In Japanese, it's like doujin. It's not necessarily
right.
Pornographic, but it's like fan fiction, but also art.
That is one that's like a weird translation where they tried to make it equate to like American culture, and it's like that kind of works, but it's not exactly what it is.
Yeah. All right. I picked from V3 last time, so this time I'm gonna pick what's his name? Ryota Mitarai. He's from the anime.
Yeah.
D tier.
D tier. Okay.
D tier.
D tier. I'm sorry. D for dick. Got it.
I do not like him. It's just weird that they revealed this extra classmate that was around, but also not around, because of course the imposter was posing as him. And also, he just wants to make the best anime in the world or something?
Yeah, and somehow that leads to like a tool for Junko to hypnotize people. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I think when they made the anime, they kind of scrambled on, wait, how are we going to show that Junko could cause all these people to do this? and so they came up with this plot line, which I'm not in the minority saying I'm not a super huge fan of. But yeah, he and then in the future arc, he's not great either. He's just kind of there to be like to walk around with Kyoko, I guess. Like that's what he's there for.
And because I don't know why they had to do the hypnotizing thing. Also because it basically ruined the death game of the future arc. But
yeah.
When they already set up previously that Junko made individual like torture stuff, not like necessarily devices, but she brought each of the despairs to despair in a more personalized way to them.
Yeah.
And not just killing Chiaki and then hitting the brainwash. Spoilers for Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh shit! I didn't say that at the beginning.
Don't know how you got here otherwise, but.
I'm gonna record a thing where I say there will be spoilers for the whole series of Danganronpa in this video, and then I'll just put it at the beginning or something. Yeah, spoilers for that. But like, I think that's what from what I've read, people's biggest problem with the anime is they kind of. I don't know how they would have done it. Like. What would have made everybody happy, but like that was not the answer, Where did I pick from last one? I'm going from V3 here, and I'm going with my boy Kibo, and I'm putting Kibo in S tier, and here's why.
I agree. Kibo's great.
Kibo's great for a number of reasons. One, I love Mega Man, and he's basically like a Mega Man character in these games. Two, the whole thing with his he has the little protagonist hair, right? That Makoto had, and Hajime kind of had, and Kaide had, and even
the Ahoge.
Yes, and I always thought that, like, playing through V3, I was like, that's weird. He's not like the character, but then they reveal that he's a surrogate for all the people watching at home, and I said that's his antenna, and I was like, that's fucking genius. I love that. I think that's super cool. In the games, he gets like some of the sickest animations as a character that most characters get, like maybe their mouth opens and they go, but he gets to like fly around the fucking courtyard blowing shit up, and I just think he's a really cool character. I really like Kibo.
When V3 was getting ready to come out, when we saw the first promotions of it, Kibo was one of the first characters we saw along with Maki, and so we thought he was going to be the protagonist.
That's funny. See, I hate when I find a series late like this, because then I don't remember that, or I didn't experience that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, that would have been cool if I was like speculating about that game, but I found it a few years too late.
Okay, I'm going to pick Nagito Komaeda.
Oh, dude.
From Danganronpa 2.
Where is he? Where's the boy?
Right next to... There he is. He's S tier. Absolutely. He's got to be S tier.
In front of these two?
I'm not worried about the order.
You're not worried about
honestly.
the order? I'm going to put him in front of these two because I am. Because I think that's also correct.
He's so good. Yeah. I mean, originally I didn't like him, but he definitely grew on me. And I think he's just good at his role in the story.
Agreed.
Especially when he finds out that everyone else has fallen to despair before they were put into, again, spoilers, the simulation. And he's like, oh, yeah, look at you fuckers, you fucking despair boys. I'm still focused on hope, but not really, because I'm also despair, but don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, I originally, I remember telling you when I started playing through D2, and I was telling you, like, I really like how he kind of, like, things he says are almost like mocking Makoto, right? Like, originally, I remember telling you when I started playing through D2, and I was telling you, like, I really like how he kind of, like, things he says are almost like mocking Makoto, right? Like, he talks about hope and all that, and then it turned into this, I didn't even realize at the time it was going to turn into a whole nother thing where he was just, like, he was Makoto, but taken to, like, a deranged level, right? And
Yeah. To the point where he shares Makoto's voice actor, and if you scramble Nagito's first and last name, it makes Makoto's name.
Right. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And then like you said about when he ends himself, and just the whole, like, you know, believing in your ultimate lucky student status and all that, and just, you know, there's just so many cool things about it. I even like in the anime when, like, he at the end when he sees Makoto, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so, like, he's like enthralled with meeting Makoto, because he's he's the first ultimate lucky student, like that kind of shit. He's just such a weirdo.
Well, technically he's the second.
Oh, I guess that's true. He came second. But anyway, I still think he's like such a cool weirdo character. So I agree with that placement 100%. I don't think I've picked anybody from the anime yet. Rukura, I'm putting an F.
Yeah. No, she's
terrible. Like she's got a cute design. Don't get me wrong. But as a character, she's awful. I don't understand any of her like motives to do anything. Other than like when she kills, her boyfriend, because if someone leaves, she dies, right? That's her motive on her bracelet. But then it wasn't even the way to leave, which she could have ended the game and he would have been alive still, because that was just where the breakers were, right? And she's just she's so mean to her friend. There's just nothing really redeemable about her. I'm actually putting her behind Tera because at least he cooks good food. Yeah, I guess she makes good candy though. And good like sweets and stuff. Anyway, still she sucks. I hate her. She's just no. When I was watching the show, no feelings of like, oh, maybe she'll pull through or anything like that. I was just like, when is this girl gonna die? She's terrible.
So from V3, I want to pick Kaede Akamatsu, the faux protagonist. He is also going to D tier.
D
tier. Yes. Here's why.
Okay, I don't know if I like this one.
I think even though I was definitely on board with having a female protagonist for the series, I think psyching us out with the switch up was both a good twist and also kind of shitty. But you can tell that her character was not written past that point of motivation.
Yeah.
Or for Shuichi. Even when you go into the school mode and you hang out with her and see her free time events that of course you wouldn't get in the main game, it's all just like, I played piano real good and everyone liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's about as far as they thought about with her.
Right. I really like her characterization for the short time we spend with her though. I almost wish they would have done like a different reverse, because it feels kind of bad because they're going from like a different kind of protagonist and a woman that we haven't had in the series before, other than like Ultra Despair Girls, to a man, where if they would have reversed it, I think that would have been pretty cool if it was like Suichi was like the fake protagonist and she was the real one. Like they would have to write it different, obviously, but I thought that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, you're right. It does feel kind of bad. I do like what they give of her though, but you're right. If you do the free time events and stuff, she's not really any more there, than what you would want out of her.
Yeah.
I put her higher than D, but I get why you put her there. I've noticed that B tier is looking a little lonely. The B tier is looking a little like, no one wants to hang out in the mediocrity, huh? I'm gonna put our first B tier person there, and I'm gonna pick our boy Kaito Momoda, Luminary of the Stars, dude. He is a B tier character to me, and here's why. He annoys me on levels that I can't explain. Just like how he's such a predictable character in the way that he's like, oh, we got to do these push-ups, right? And then he never does the push-ups. And then they're like, Kaito, you got to do the push-ups too. And he's like, man, look at the stars. They're crazy, right? Like he never, and it's always the same shtick with him, which I laughed the first couple times. And then eventually I was just like, okay, dude, you're not ever going to do the push-ups. What's wrong with you, right? I do think he's important to the story of V3, which is why I'm not putting him down super far. I think B tier is probably the perfect place for him because he's like an appealing looking, like his design's cool. Ultimate Astronaut's a cool like thing we haven't really had in the series, but his personality grates me a little bit. And I, in that last trial where he's pretending to be Koichi, I was just like, he was driving me nuts, dude. I was just like, all right, dude, like just fucking reveal who you are. Get out of the fucking damn Exial or whatever.
The robot.
Yeah, get out of that and let me know what's going on. But so yeah, I think B tier is a good spot for him.
I'm gonna add on to the B tier.
I like it.
With a character from the anime.
Okay.
This is Juzo Sakakura, the Ultimate Boxer.
Oh yeah.
Former Ultimate Boxer.
Okay, I agree with that.
I really like Juzo throughout the animes. I think It's very nice that he's a gay character.
Yeah, that's cool.
The entire time, he's like, oh, he seems a little trepidatious about his friends, Chisa and Munakata, and you're like, oh, maybe he likes Chisa, but she's into...
Yeah, they kind of swerve you a little bit.
He's like, no, he likes the guy. Sorry, Chisa. But I do think he falters a bit. He's a little aggressive. He's a little angry all the time.
Yeah, he really wants to beat the shit out of Hajime for some reason.
Yeah, and some of the events are directly his fault because he didn't want Junko to reveal that he was gay to his best friend.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird champ moment. So you caused the destruction of the whole world because you didn't want your best friend to know you're gay. For him, maybe let that one go for the sake of humanity, you know. Like maybe take an L, please.
But yeah, B tier, definitely. I think he's a B tier character.
I thought it was really cool how they gave him a bracelet that said he couldn't punch somebody.
Yeah,
I thought that was
why
cool.
He always had fucking something like a pipe or a chair.
Yeah, I did like him, but you're right. There's some problematic things with him where he didn't want to. He's a flawed character, so to speak. I'm gonna go, my boy Chihiro. I gotta put Chihiro in C tier, and here's why.
Whoa, C tier?
I love Chihiro,
no.
but
I can hear the dislikes. I can hear them.
Can you hear them? It's C for Chihiro, dude. I gotta put Chihiro there because I think, you know, when the original game was made, like, obviously things were a little less progressive than they are now. I felt like the storyline with him, you know, being a guy was handled a little weird. I get it, but I really like Chihiro and I really like Alter Ego, who I realized as we were putting this together that we weren't ranking Alter Ego even though they're kind of a different character. I really like Chihiro, but ultimately... You know what? Hey, I'm changing a little. I'll go up to B. I like Chihiro enough that Chihiro goes to B, but it's like if you've never played the game before, like the way that whole thing plays out is a little weird, champ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a little like, oh, he was cross-dressing, but then like the way some of the characters handle it is a little weird and just like in general. But I'll put Chihiro in B because I like Chihiro enough to overcome it. And I feel like he was killed for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, I'll blame Mondo for that one.
Mondo's a fucking idiot. Just wait till I rank you, Mondo.
Speaking of Mondo, I'm gonna pick Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny, as an S tier character.
Okay.
He's very good. Kind of he's a
definitely
big
an
asshole,
yeah.
But he just does it so well.
True. And he's like rarely like wrong, right?
Yeah, rarely.
And when he is, he's usually like very shocked by it. Like, whoa.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? I was okay, I guess.
Right. Sorry, I kind of interrupted your love for Byakuya. Throw some more out there.
Oh no, he's great. He's great. Although I do think that fucking with the crime scene for the pure sake of the mystery was kind of weird.
Yeah,
kind of a weird champ move.
That was a weird move on his part.
But I'll allow it. S tier.
I think they were kind of trying to set him up like to swerve you, like, oh, he's really the villain, or he's really Genocide Jack, or he's, you know, like they were trying to. And then after that, he kind of levels out and he's better. He's one of the most popular characters, right? Like people really like him in like the fandom.
I would assume so. We're really just gonna save these bears for last, huh? That's what we're doing.
Saving what?
Save the bears.
No, I was thinking about doing a bear, to be honest. Well, let me look at their names, because I only know them as Red Bear, Blue Bear, Green Bear. I'm gonna go Mono Kid, Blue Bear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put him in A tier, because out of all the bears besides Monokuma, he's the one that consistently would make me laugh. Because he would just say like fucked up shit out of nowhere. I don't even remember. There was something he used to say. He says all the time. I don't know. It was something really weird, and it would just make me fucking giggle every time. Out of the Mono Kids and Mono Cubs, I like Mono Kid the best. Even though he's the one that dies first, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he dies in Kaide's execution. I'm pretty sure. And then obviously he comes back later, but not for long. But yeah, I like Mono Kid. Of all of them besides Monokuma, he's probably my favorite.
Well, this time I'll pick from D3.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Korekiyo.
Oh, my least favorite character. Where is he?
right there. He's going to F tier.
Yeah, dude, he's bad.
Yeah, I didn't like his deal beforehand. I thought he was kind of fucking weird.
Right.
And then he reveals that he's a killer. In this double homicide as usual, as it takes place in every game. And it's like he's for the soul of his sister because he wants to fuck his sister or something. Or it's weird. I did not enjoy that reveal.
Well, I think
I just wasn't.
The reason he says
that.
he does it is so she can have more people to hang out with in death. Like, he's killing women because he wants her to have more friends. I think that's what he says. But he also says that he wants to fuck her. And then he dies, and then she teams up with Monokuma to throw salt on him as he's a ghost? Like, what? So does she actually hate him? Like, what happened there? There was some miscommunication, I think, at the family holiday parties, dude. And I think he got the wrong idea.
But anyways, fuck him. F tier.
He sucks, dude. He's the worst. Like, it's like when you meet someone and you're like, yo, this person's a little weird, and then you find out they're really fucking weird, you know? Like, and you're like, oh, I gotta stay away from this guy. He's really fucking weird. We're actually lining up a lot more on these than I thought we were going to be honest. I thought we were going to be arguing for days. I mean, we haven't gotten to some of the ones I know we're going to argue about, but a lot of the people we hate, we're just like, yeah, fuck them. You know, I'm going to go anime, and I'm going to pick Bandai, and I'm putting him right where he belongs in F.
Yeah, Bandai.
He's just there to die.
He's so pointless.
He's the ultimate farmer. I don't get that. What is he even?
What was his restriction? Was it not to witness violence?
Not to witness violence. So they just really wanted to kill his ass,
yeah.
Dude. Like they were like, oh, this motherfucker's going down immediately.
He was a tutorial death.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
But not even like a cool one.
Right.
He's like if Suicide Squad, like one of them has to be an asshole and get killed by the necklace thing. Mm-hmm. That was him.
Yeah,
that's him.
He had to go down,
and not even of his own fault.
But the thing is, it's funny because normally when a character dies like that, I'm like, oh man, I kind of wanted to get to know them better. I had no intention of knowing this guy better, dude. It was fine. Yeah. He's gone. Really high-pitched, weird voice, like just a weird design, and everything about him just weird. So, F tier.
Ultimate farmer, kind of a shit skill.
Right? Like, what are you gonna fuck it? How do you become ultimate at farming? Like, oh, my corn's better than this guy's. Still takes like fucking 6 months to grow. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, that's my Bandai rant. Tyler, who do you got next?
I'm gonna go to Danganronpa 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Genocide Jack.
Okay.
And they're going to A tier.
I like it.
I think Genocide Jack is really good. I think it's a really good character, opposed to the counterpart.
Yeah, we didn't mention this, but we're ranking Genocide Jack and Toko separate because they're separate characters.
Yeah. And also Izuru and Hinata are also separate characters. So I really like Genocide Jack. I don't like Toko that much, and therefore Jack is A.
Yeah, I like when Genocide Jack just goes off into like a really like perverted rant about something. I mean, Toko does it too, but it's not as funny when Toko does it.
Yeah,
because Genocide Jack will like say like weird terms like "you're knockers" and shit like that, and you're like, okay, Genocide Jack, I like this shit. It's funny. Where
Toko does it, and you're like,
this is a big turn off, Toko. Can you cut it out? I'm gonna go with the boy Hajime.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put him right at the front of A tier.
Okay, makes sense.
And here's why. I really like Hajime. I didn't when I started the game. You know, you start to, and obviously there's the whole amnesia thing that starts pretty much every game, and you're on this deserted island, and everybody's trying to have a good time except for him. Now, he's right in the end, right? But, like, everybody's like, man, why don't you just chill out and have a good time? He's like, oh, this is so crazy. We don't even know how we got here. It's like, Hajime, fucking relax, dude. You're on a fucking deserted island. Like, you know, you have it to yourself. Like, chill. There's some hotties here. Like, what's your problem? Now, he ends up being right, and I think he ends up being a very good protagonist. I don't know that I like him more than Makoto, but I think he works. I like his twist that he's the one that doesn't know what his ultimate thing is, like Kyoko in the first game didn't know, but now you're the one who doesn't know what your ultimate thing is, and then you find out he never had one. He was the ultimate hope when they did all the whatever fucking kind of surgery they did on him to make his hair really long, and he ends up being you know the ultimate Izuru Kamakura, named for the founder of Hope's Peak Academy. But I think he's an A tier character because he's a fun protagonist, but probably my least favorite protagonist of the three games. But
Really?
that still puts him in A for me because I you know, no spoilers, but I like the other two protagonists a lot.
That's really interesting. People rank him the highest.
Really interesting.
Or at least higher than Makoto. I don't know where Shuichi stands with the fandom. I'm gonna move on to 2. I'm gonna pick Kazuichi Soda, the ultimate mechanic. That's a D tier. He's a D tier character.
The ultimate simp, as I like to call him.
He is a big simp.
The ultimate simp.
And it's kind of sad. But then, you know, I do some self-reflection. I'm like, damn, I kind of relate to this guy sometimes. And yeah, I'm definitely D tier. So there you go.
Oh boy. Yeah, I did like I didn't like him when I played through 2, but when in the Despair arc, I like that even in his previous life, he still was just the biggest Sonya simp that's ever existed. And I just thought that was so funny. I liked him a lot more in the anime than I did in the game, for sure. But yeah, he's a D tier character for sure. That means I'm gonna go with Tenko.
Okay.
And I'm not a big fan of Tenko. Spoilers. I'm gonna put her in D tier as well. She's not quite an F tier because I do think the character has merit. But dude, if I hear her say fucking one more thing about
degenerate male,
dude, oh my god, she was driving me nuts during the game. I do think
it's like every other voice line.
Right, it's everything she says. Well, if you weren't such a degenerate male. Now, I do like her relationship with Himiko. I think that her trying to protect Himiko and then that is really cool, which is why I put her in D. But the degenerate male stuff, dude, is terrible. Like, it drives me nuts. And it's not because I'm like if I met somebody like that thought males were terrible, like, okay, I'm a guy, so that's weird, but like, whatever. But it's the fact that she says it every voice line she has. I know she's supposed to look like an Aikido like master, like the way she's dressed. I don't like her design either that much. I don't like the weird like bow thing on the back of her head. And I get that's probably like me just being stupid, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one sit.
That's fine. I figured that was one that we were gonna slightly disagree on because I think you like her quite a bit.
No, not really.
Oh.
I think her design's fine though.
Fair enough.
Her as a character, whatever.
Yeah.
From V3,
okay.
The other half of the relationship here, Himiko Yumeno, the ultimate magician.
It's magic.
I think Himiko's B tier.
You know what? I'll agree with that.
I like her. She's cool. I like people in witch hats. I think those kind of hats are cool.
You like people in witch hats.
It's a cool aesthetic. And her being like some kind of weird like magician kind of girl is cool. But of course during the second trial, her sticking to her guns that it's magic. Don't worry about how any of this happened.
Yeah.
Definitely big red herring, of course.
It was a bit of a tilter for me when I'm like talking to her and I'm like, okay, what happened? She goes, I can't tell you, it's magic. And I'm like, okay, fucking tell me how he died. It's magic. And I'm just like, oh. But like she grew on me definitely. I do think it's kind of like knowing the ending of V3, which obviously this is going to be a spoiler, how they kind of just assign people like these talents, right? It's kind of fucked up they didn't really give her a talent. Like she just had to try to convince people that she could do magic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like she's like, I do magic, and you never see it, and it's never proven, and it's just like, oh yeah, we just tell you what your kind of talent's gonna be. You're the ultimate detective, and you're this, and you're the ultimate magician, but not like in a David Copperfield way, but in a mage way, but you actually can't do it. You're
like a Josh Nichols kind of.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I like her though. She grew on me a lot. I liked that she was actually one of the last people to kind of make it, because she showed a lot of growth as a character too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed that. You know what? He's been sitting there for a minute. I can't wait any longer on the Great Gozu, dude. the Great Gozu is a C tier character for me, but I like him. But he's just like, he doesn't get a lot to do. I thought his death.
Yeah, that's understandable.
His death was pretty striking. Like, I liked the way he was kind of like strung up, and it was like, oh shit, this gigantic dude that defended, you know, Makoto and everybody, like, is just dead. And then you find out that's because he did it himself. But
yeah,
I liked the design of the character. I'm always a sucker for like luchador ass pro wrestler characters, kind of like you like witch hats. I really like luchador masks, you know. And his is like very cool and striking with the big like bull ring in his nose and stuff. But a character that had more potential, but died pretty quick in the anime.
I'm going to make a controversial pick here.
Oh no, don't do it.
All right, I'm going to take someone from Danganronpa 2.
Oh no, don't do it.
And their name,
don't do it,
is Mahiru Koizumi.
Okay, all right, I'm more okay with that. From what I thought you were gonna do.
And I'm gonna place her in A tier. Controversial.
Okay, yeah, I think that is a little high for her. Why is she an A tier?
Because I like her. But I do think she kind of has the same shtick as Tenko, really, but she's a lot better about it.
Agreed. She's a better version of Tenko as far as that goes. And she's super cute, and she seems really nice. You just don't get to know her very well, and too, if you don't do the the free time stuff afterwards.
Although the only questions I have about her is like, you're an ultimate despair. You take pictures? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Like, look at how bad this is framed. Does this cause you despair? Like, yeah, what does she do exactly? That is one of the disappointments about that anime, is I kind of wanted to see them more being despairs.
Yeah.
You know? Because I actually remember reading, like, someone I was on some message board reading about something before I watched the anime, and they were like, oh, watch the anime if you want to see how they are as despairs. And I was like, what? Oh, that's cool. And then it wasn't.
And it's like one scene at the beginning of Future.
Right. Because like they talk about, you know, I mean, and I guess they show this in Ultra Despair Girls, but they talk about people like cutting their arms off and having Junko's arm and shit, and then it's like, oh, cool, I wanna know more about that, but it wasn't in the anime like at all. I was like, oh, yeah, I want to know what like fucking, I don't know, what did what did any of them do as Ultimate Despairs? Like what what did Gundam do? Did he sick hamsters on people? Like what? Yeah, you're right. I think she's a good character. I think A is a little high on her because to me, like, she's a little... Yeah,
no, I believe it, but I'm going to use my right to put her there.
Dude, hey, it's your turn, man. You can do it however you want. I'm with you on that. I feel like I need to find an S-ranked character because you have 3 up there and I only have 1. I picked from the anime. Good. There's no S-tier characters in the anime, so it's fine. All right, I'm doing this and you're not going to like it, but...
oh, no. Here we go.
I'm putting the boy.
No, I definitely don't like that.
Okay.
Oh, no. Don't put Kokichi there.
I think he's a really good character. I like him. I like how annoying he is. I like his fucking like, I think his design's cool. I like that he's actually not a bad guy. Like his little like terrorist group or whatever, they're actually just a bunch of fucking idiots and they dress like clowns and shit. I like that in the end he tried to help win the game by sacrificing himself and getting fucking destroyed by a press. Like, which is insane, but I like the intrigue he brings to the game. I like that he claimed to be like, I remember telling you, I was like, wait, why? Like, oh, it's what a spoiler that he's a bad guy, and then it ended up being like I got fooled by the fact that he just said he was the mastermind and he wasn't. I like that threw me for a loop. I get that he's an annoying character to a lot of people, but I actually really liked him. And S might be an overrank, but you know what? I'm putting him there because that's where I want him.
Yeah, I definitely rank him lower just because I don't think he's, as the chaotic character of that game, he's not even on the same level as Nagito.
Oh, I agree. Nagito's better. I agree. I think Nagato is one of the top 3 characters in the game, though, or in the series. And I don't think Koichi's that, but I think at the end of this, if he ends up at the bottom of S tier, that's fine to me.
I'm going to pick Taka. Yo, Taka.
Love Taka.
You're putting him in C tier.
Okay.
He's a C tier character.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's very punctual. That's fine. That's cool. But the moment he dipped into annoying was right after the second case where he became Ishimondo and he had the white hair.
Oh, you didn't like that?
And it was that was really the point where I was like, okay, dude, you gotta chill out. I mean, it was better than being mega depressed all the time, but then he was just like annoying. And he was like, "Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disdain my bro's honor, dude." And I'm like, shut up. I definitely cheered when you died, Taka.
He's definitely one of those like straight-laced kids that like he makes friends with somebody who's definitely cooler than they are, and just like starts adopting everything they do, right? Like calling him bro and being like, "Oh yeah, because we're bros, right?" And the guy that he's friends with is probably like too cool to be like, "Hey man, you're being kind of a nerd, like relax." So he's just like, "Okay, yeah, we're bros," you know. But he's definitely that guy. I think C's a good spot for him. I like him. But.
Also, his every time it looks like he's afraid of his own eyebrows all the time. Like he's really just like those things are massive.
Yeah,
he's always looking kind of up at them.
He kind of looks like Sam the Eagle from the Muppets. With those big eyebrows. Well, let's rank his bro then, huh? Let's go bro. Let's go Mondo. I'm putting Mondo actually in D tier.
Okay.
And the reason for that is him killing Jiro was probably the least understandable motivation to me ever in this game series. Just like, oh, you don't think I'm man enough because my brother died? Or it was just like, what? How does this connect, you know? And
yeah, basically like he was too weak to own up to his mistakes and getting his brother killed, but Chihiro was trying to take steps to be a better person and not have to dress like a girl to feel confident.
Right, and so for some reason you have to kill him for that, like.
Yeah, Mondo was jealous, and
he didn't even like really kill his brother. It was like circumstantial stuff that he did that ended up getting his brother killed. But I think a therapist would have told him, "Hey, that wasn't your fault. Your brother died." You know what I mean? Like it was, and so it was just kind of very loose. Also, I expected more out of his execution. Like,
yeah, he just kind of rolled. He did the ball thing and turned the Mondo butter.
Right, the Mondo butter was funny, but like after Leon's execution being the first one I experienced, well, besides the opening one with the rocket, I expected like a little more violence in it, and then it ended up just kind of being, ha ha ha, he's butter now, and I put him on my toast.
I'm going to pick Kyosuke Munakata. He is C tier.
C tier, okay.
I think he's cool looking. He looks like the protagonist of Persona 4. Like, a lot. But every action he takes in the anime is, like, very straightforward. There's not a lot of... He's just angry, and he's like, I gotta kill you because you're evil. You're despair. You gotta go. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of just one track until close to the end when he kind of turns around.
Yeah, then he also doesn't. There's no like real resolution to him either. Like Makoto convinces him, and then he just kind of wanders off, and you're like, oh, okay. I guess that's it for him. I'm gonna go with Gundam Tanaka, and I think Gundam's an A tier character.
I agree.
I like that he has a weird talent, and I like his 4 dark divas of destruction, the hamsters. I like his voice. I think his voice is super funny. He's like a joke character, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like, because he actually says some like poignant things during trials and all that. But he also like, I talk like this, and like he raises hamsters, you know. And he's like super anime, and I like his design. He looks like he reminds me of Orin a lot, but if Orin was more goth, I guess, and trained hamsters. But yeah, I really like him. I thought his execution was kind of not lame, but I guess it's fine because like he didn't really die. he wasn't the reason he killed somebody wasn't like for bad reasons. It was just like, hey, I wanted everybody to get out of the trap they were in, so he took it.
Yeah.
But he's not a hero necessarily, but he did what needed to be done to save everybody, and I thought that was cool. But
and at least it was someone who had technically already almost died.
Right. He said, I'm gonna kill the robot man who might actually be alive, but he was. But yeah, no, I like Gundam a lot.
I'm gonna go with Peko.
Okay.
Peko Yama. She's C tier.
Okay. Wow.
I think her use of as being like a tool for her master is just kind of lame. I feel like they don't do a lot with her character there, other than that she obviously has some feelings for Fuyuhiko. And they care for each other. They've been friends since they were little. But the way she presents this is not great. They don't do it well.
I think from his side it's done well, but yeah, she's a little cold and very stoic, so she doesn't really say a whole lot.
Yeah, I think the best her character got was pretending to be some weird serial killer.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I at the time I was like, what? Why is she doing that? That's so weird. But yeah, it ended up being like a red herring as part of it, right? It didn't really even matter.
Yeah. Also, killed Mahiru. It's kind of fucked up.
Fair. I do like when she was stuck in the bathroom with diarrhea during the first murder. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
I fucking forgot about that till right now. She's like, I couldn't because, well, and they're like, oh, she was shitting herself. Cool. I'm going Hero, and this is tough because I like Hero in Trigger Happy Havoc. I don't like Hero in Future Side.
Yeah, he's kind of pointless in Future Side.
So I'm gonna put him in C. I think he's great comic relief in the first game, but I think he's funny. I like a lot of the memes that come from him, like the 30% of the time being right with his clairvoyancy and just like having no clue what the fuck's going on at any time.
Yeah.
Like he makes me laugh. But
he did accurately predict the bad ending.
That's true. Yes, he does say that they're all gonna have kids together and all that. In the anime, he's just so pointless. It's like they didn't even need him there. Whoa, I'm catching fish. Wow. It's like why do we need, and he's supposed to be the comic relief in that, but it's like there's nothing funny about it. It's just like, oh, okay. He's got a beard for some reason. Like there's nothing to him in the anime. But I do like him in the first game, but that kind of averages out to a C for me.
I'm gonna pick Toko.
Okay.
I'm gonna put her in D tier. She's just not great.
Why are her hands so goddamn tiny?
They're really small.
It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it's just better. Maybe this makes her a good writer. That they're really small hands.
Yeah, maybe.
Closer to the paper,
Yeah.
Or I guess you type it. Whatever. Who cares?
Like she's just so much more interesting as Genocide Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like infinitely. That you were like, oh, please sneeze. Like anytime she's talking, you're like, oh, sneeze. Fucking sneeze. All right, dude, I'm fucking doing it. You let me have it too long. You let me have it too long, dude.
I knew you'd do it.
Yeah, you let me have it too long. I don't just like her because I'm a simp. Let me start with that. Okay.
Okay.
I get that the sleepy gamer girl stereotype is a little played out. Okay. I understand that. I get the problems people have with her in the anime, where it's like, wait, why does she even exist? So I get that. But I will say, I like her in the quote-unquote Kyoko role in 2, helping the protagonist to get through the different, stuff. And then I like the fact that she's a plant in that, where it's like, oh, she's not even real. She's an AI. She's here to help us. I do like that. But I also like, and I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I like that she was like in the anime, she was the leader of the class, and that's why they made her the AI. Now I get it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I do like that coming back, and I know I'm in the minority in liking that. But also, I'm a simp, Tyler. I'm a simp for her, okay? And nothing you can do will change that. She's S tier to me, okay? Because I'm a simp. So there's my argument. If you have an argument, lay it on me.
All right. Well, my argument is that I'm gonna pick my simp character.
Okay.
Let's do it. Miyu Hiruma from V3.
Yeah. I forgot she was your simp. Okay. So I'm guessing you're putting her up here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put him back there.
I think that she's a good character. She says a lot of weird, outlandish, raunchy shit all the time.
Yep.
But that's juxtaposed with the second that someone is like, "Hey, shut up," she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad."
Or Koichi calls her a cum dumpster.
Yeah, he did say that. Those are words he spoke. And she backs down really hard.
Yes. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I actually do like her. I don't know that I'd put her in S tier if this was just me, but I do like that she has these two different sides of her where she's like this weird, ultra confident, like, oh, you're gonna jerk off to me later, right? But then someone says anything negative about her, and she's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I do like that about her because it's different from what we normally get. But yeah, no, I'm with you, dude.
And she is genuinely useful for the plot of the game.
True.
Making the hammers, upgrading Kibo.
Let's put upgrading in quotes there. She does some work on Kibo, that's for sure.
He helps a lot.
Yeah.
maybe more than he wanted her to help.
I'm gonna go my boy Rantaro, dude. I'm putting him up an S, dude. And here's why.
I agree.
Here's why. Because he looks like the protagonist from the two previous games, right? Like, he's supposed to. Like, they want you to think, oh, this guy's really important. Or not the protagonist, I'm sorry, but like the ultimate lucky guys. Like, he looks like those guys, right?
You meet him in his like ultimate question mark. What does he do? Yeah.
Right. He looks like almost a mix between the two of them if you look at him long enough. But I like that he dies immediately, for one, so that it leaves you this mystery throughout the whole game of like, wow, man, we never figured out what his deal is. And then they tease you again with his lab, and they're like, oh, you can't go in there, sorry. And you're like, fuck, dude, what's the deal with this guy? And that simple him being the ultimate survivor just kind of unravels everything, and it gives you hints to what the true nature of that game is. And I really enjoyed that about him. And then I just think he's a cool dude. He just seems like a chill ass dude, even though he survived the last killing game before that, so he can't be that chill.
I mean, he could be. Probably did a lot of deducing or something. I don't know how the last game went.
Yeah, we'll probably never know, but he probably had to do some fucked up shit. For being honest about it.
And his free time events are about him going around the world. I think, going around the world looking for his sisters or something. He lost like 7 sisters.
Oh,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that sounds wild. I still have to do a lot of the free time stuff.
I'm gonna pick Celeste from Danganronpa 1.
Celestia Ludenberg.
I'm gonna put her in B tier.
Okay, I think that's fair placing.
I think her as the gambler is cool. Although her goals of a weird castle full of vampire men is a little weird.
Hey, I'm not mad at her, dude. Get your castle full of vampire men, dude.
She got rid of 2 characters I was not a fan of.
Fair.
So props to her on that. But I just wasn't a fan of her shtick, really. But when she reveals herself as Taiko Yasuhiro, and she spoke like a normal person, I was like, I want to know more about this person.
Right.
And then, she gets punished and dies.
Right.
By being hit with a fire truck.
I do like the moment where she kind of starts treating Hifumi like her sub. I do like that moment when she's like, go get me some fucking food or whatever, and just like really fucking rude to him out of nowhere. I thought that was funny.
Go give me some tea, you fucking pig.
Yeah, she starts it's like, where do you come from? The dirt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that kind of shit. And it made me laugh. I'm going to go from the anime, and I'm going to go for my boy, the ultimate blacksmith, whose name fucking escapes me, of course.
Sanosuke Izayoi.
Yeah, Izayoi, and he's going in F tier, dude, because... like a lot of the new characters in the anime, very throwaway, very just... They're like the 2 popular kids in high school, right? and he's the jock and she's the cheerleader, and they're like, he doesn't say anything, she does all the talking, and they're just annoying, and they deserved each other, and then they both died. So F tier.
Yeah.
I had to get him off the board, dude. He was pissing me off.
I'm gonna pick the director.
The boy.
Fucking Kazuo Tengan.
Yes, Tengen. Yeah.
F tier.
Oh.
Terrible fucking person. He set up this weird killing game to get the animator to I don't know, release this video to cause mass hope or something.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Fucking stupid.
He couldn't lie.
He couldn't lie.
Yeah.
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did. What was the point?
Yeah. I don't want to point out a trend, but there are 4 characters from the anime in F tier. I hate to point out a trend like that, but yikers. Okay. You know what? I'll go Kyoko. And I think Kyoko's a solid A tier character.
That's fair.
I think she's like the mysterious character of the first game. You don't know what her deal is, even though I think it's fairly obvious early on that she's a detective from the way she dresses and the way she acts. But there is a bit of air mystery to her. She ends up being the headmaster's kid. I think she has her relationship with Makoto ends up being pretty fun towards the end of the game. I do think it's kind of bullshit at the end of the anime when they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, she took this medicine that makes it so she couldn't die to her thing, and I'm like, okay, you all couldn't have just killed Kyoko. Like, it's okay, like she can die.
I really like Kyoko. She was my quote unquote waifu of the first game. I would have been so happy if she stayed dead. I thought it was a good death. It was a good death scene. It was a nice lead up, and then they're like, nope, she's still alive.
Yeah, that was it was like they were like, you know what, we want everything to end up happy, and that's fine, but then don't try to kill her in the first place. Like, don't do that then, because it just came off as very because they already did that with the whole cast of D2, right? They already said, hey, none of this mattered because they were in a computer, even though they tried to act like it did. They were like, oh no, they won't be able to come back. And I think that was just probably alter ego Junko saying that to try and make him make a decision, but it was still like, oh, they're all alive. Okay, that's fine, you know? So I just thought it was kind of weak to do that, but I really do like the character, even though I think she probably should have died at the end of the anime. This will
give me a little bit of freedom next turn. I'm gonna pick Monokuma.
I like it. It's about time.
S tier.
Yeah, dude.
S tier.
He's the boy.
He's a real lad. I love him.
Yeah. I mean, he's literally the mascot of the game, right?
Yeah. And, you know, but he's a good mascot. There's some mascots that are absolutely terrible, but
definitely.
He's pretty good. He's really good.
I'm very partial to his, game voice actor. I don't like the anime voice actor. I don't know if you've ever watched the English dubs, but it's bad.
No. I watched it in Japanese. I heard snippets of the English dub and went, no, I'm not gonna.
They changed his to fuck. What did they do? It's like a it's like a really bad. I don't remember what it is, but it's a bad laugh. And then they make Junko do that laugh too, because it's like, oh, Junko is Monokuma, right? And it's so bad. It's terrible. Keeping with the theme of the anime. I'm putting Gekogara in F tier because we really don't even know who Gekogara was.
No.
She was
the version of the anime is a robot being controlled by
Monica, yeah. And
the girl from Monica from Ultra Despair Girls.
Right. And dude, when I watched the anime, that was so fucking confusing at first. Because she wants to be Junko, right? So she looks kind of like Junko, and I was like, wait, is that like AI Junko again? Like, I was so confused at first because I'd never played Ultra Despair Girls. And then when that next episode happened, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. This is the character from that. But at first I was just like, what? This is supposed to mean something to me, and it doesn't. But yeah, we don't even know who that character was. And
yeah, she died before the anime started.
Right.
Right before.
Right.
But her character was the ultimate therapist.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Well, she can hang out in F tier with the rest of these clowns. Hold on, let me reunite them here. There we go.
I'm gonna pick Hiyoko from Danganronpa 2. Hiyoko Saionji. She's going to B tier. I think she's a very mean person, very mean girl. But I like her relationship with Mahiru, and that, you know, post Mahiru death, she does make those steps to change for as little time as she has to do it, which is not very long because she is then killed.
I read that she wasn't supposed to die there.
Not, no.
And that Fuhiko was supposed to die there, but then they ended up wanting him to kind of grow as a character instead of her. I don't know where that's coming from. I just read that. I don't know if that's real or not, but
I could believe it.
It did seem kind of out of nowhere that she died.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Mikan could have killed anybody, you know? Like, she just wanted to kill somebody. But no, I like her, even though she is very mean. And especially mean to Mikan, which, like, I thought that was going to play into, like, why she killed her, but she's kind of like, no, I'm just full of despair. I have to kill somebody. We got to get these bears out of here, dude. So, I'm going with Mono Dam. And I'm putting him in F because I don't really understand him. So he's like the silent one. He's like a robot. They're all robots. They're all fucking robots, okay? But he's like a robot. And he says
double
like
robot.
He's a double robot. He says one word at a time. And then he starts like killing off the other bears, right? Because they're mean. So he kills Mono Kid first, and then he kills Monosuke. And
Monosuke.
Monosuke. I'm bad at pronunciations. And then he kills himself when like, he thinks he's in charge when Monokuma dies, and then he's like he kills himself, and I'm like, wait, what? So I don't really understand his motivations whatsoever. He just seems random, and he's my least favorite of the Mono Cubs.
I'll follow you up on that. I'm gonna pick Monophony. She's also going in F tier. I don't really like her that much. And also the thing with the pregnancy and the and the mantis, I didn't like any of that. I wasn't a fan of that.
No, me neither. You know what really got me too was when Monokuma's licking all of them, and she goes, "Oh, father, I hope this doesn't awaken something in me." What the fuck? I was like, wait a minute, what is happening in this game? And then her brother gets her pregnant, and she births a baby or a giant killer mantis. Like, it was just like, what the fuck, dude? So I'm picking Chisa, and Chisa's not going in F with everybody else, but she's fucking close.
Yeah, I guess of all the characters in the anime, I mean, she's terrible, but not the worst.
Right. Like, I guess we've only really, like, we're only taking characters from the future arc and not the despair arc necessarily, but like we have been putting into account what they do in the despair arc, and she's just a bad teacher.
Yeah, no, she's not good at it.
She's a bad teacher, and then she gets put into despair hypnotized by Junko, and then she spends the next few years just being a secret spy of despair or something. And it's like, she gets kidnapped, and then they show her the despair video or whatever while they're doing like a fucking, like they're fucking with her brain. I forget what that procedure is called, but it's doing some weird shit to her, and it's kind of. And then she just despair for the rest of the series until she commits suicide at the start of future arc. Right. The only thing that's saving her from F tier is that she's kind of cute, and I like her I like her disposition at the start of the anime of the despair arc, because she's like wants to do a good thing, and she like kind of reprimands Boxer Man for trying to beat up a kid, which is good, but like other than that, she's pretty terrible. So I want Ibuki Miota. Okay, I like it. S tier. Yep, I'm with you, dude. She's great. Ultimate musician, had a falling out with her band, but you know she's still doing it. The song she sings at the club, it's a banger. It's a banger. It's an absolute banger. Fucking awful, but it's also really good. Right. I don't know how they managed that one, but it's in my playlist of songs. Do you know what song's in my playlist, dude? What's that? The fucking Taxi Cab minigame song. Oh, that's a good song. Crossing to the center, crossing to the center. Dude, I fucking love that song. Every time the taxi minigame would come up, I'd be like, holy shit, I'm so excited, because I fucking love this. The minigame's dog shit, but the song is so good.
Yeah. But Ibuki, real good, real energetic, nice positive character. It's a shame she died.
Yes. I was gonna say she's actually one of the characters I was most disappointed that died throughout playing all the games, where like I saw her hanging there and I went, oh fuck. You know, like I think I was like 2 away from getting her little like all her little gems or whatever, and I was like, oh man, I really liked her. What the fuck? You know? I'm gonna go
Who you got?
I'm gonna go Nekomaru. And I'm gonna put him in B tier.
It's fair.
Because I like him. I like Robo Nekomaru too. I think I like that he's always talking about how he has to take a shit. Like that's my kind of funny dude. Like, yeah, dude, I can relate. I have to shit all the time. I do think it's weird that like when they translated his skill, they called him Ultimate Team Manager, but in Japan he's Ultimate Coach. Why not? Like we have coaches here in America. Why wasn't he just the ultimate coach? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But otherwise, I like his big ass chain. I like that he's trying to like beat ass. I like that he stands up for people, and that's why he ends up becoming a robot.
He's a really positive dude.
Yeah, I really like his energy. I think he's a cool dude. So I'll put him in B tier.
I'm gonna pick Gonta. He's going in A tier.
Gonta,
he's a good boy.
Gonta's good boy. Gonta no go F tier.
He got real fucked over by a certain S tier character, I guess.
Look at him smile up there, dude. He knows. He knows you hate him and he doesn't care.
Yeah, fucked over. He got tricked into killing Ibuki, not Ibuki, but Mew. And he had to pay for it.
He wouldn't have got caught if he would have dished the toilet paper better, dude.
Yeah, well, maybe someone should have got their own hands dirty, you know?
True. Yeah, I really like Gonta. I just don't like that he likes bugs, because I don't like bugs.
He's raised by bugs. Or wolves? He's raised by something.
Wait, is that the implication that he's raised by bugs? I never put that together, but that makes so much sense. I think his
character is that he was raised by bugs.
So he's like Tarzan, but instead of getting raised by gorillas, he's raised by bugs.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, come on. That's ridiculous.
That's just what the script told him to do, okay?
Oh, boy. Kizakura, is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting him in D. He should be an F, but I will say I do think it was the way he saved Kyoko was pretty clever. He ended up dying. That's what he wanted. I thought the way he saved her was pretty clever, and it kind of gave her a little more backstory about her dad really cared about her, you know, because that was always in question in the first game, at least by her.
He was her dad's best friend.
Right. Even though he was kind of creepy about it. But in the end of the day, he ended up saving her, and I thought that was cool. And I thought the way he did it was clever, because he couldn't grab things with his right hand or something. Wasn't that what it was?
He had to, like, he couldn't use one of his hands.
Yeah, it was something like that. And then in order to save her, he ended up using his hand. And I think it was literally he couldn't pull it out of his pocket. Was it? It was something. Yeah, it was something like that. He got fucked over kind of with his bracelet, but he was kind of a weirdo though too. So I'm putting him D tier. Hold on, I just really didn't know what his thing was. Yeah, he's just like the scout. He just scouts. He was the teacher, homeroom teacher, but then he was the scout, and he did both for a while. But then that's why they hired Chisa, because she was gonna be the teacher. I don't really know. How do you go scout people? Like he'd always be drunk. Another bear. Wait, no, sorry, I can't go another bear. I can't go bear. Oh, that's right. I just went Gonta. Yep. So well, you could do a certain bear that used to be a rabbit if you wanted to. I'm gonna pick Junko. Go for the big dog. She's A tier. I like Junko. Okay. I like Junko in Danganronpa 1. The mastermind Junko, of course. Yeah. I think her showing up as a data kind of thing in 2. You don't like big Junko, dude? No, I'm okay. Wait, you like big vampire lady, but you don't like big Junko? What's the deal? Because she's not like the same kind of big, dude. I don't know. She's pretty big. She's also like
computer program,
Mm.
like
Okay.
doubly. Junko's great. She's full on despair. She has multiple talents. I guess she can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in one of the books, she disguises herself as the ultimate analyst. She has like red hair and I think amnesia or something, so that she can fully play that part. It something the anime should have covered, for sure. You do see that character in the anime briefly, but they never really expound on it.
Right.
But she's real clever. She really set this whole thing up. It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, I remember, starting one and being like, she dies pretty quick. It's not her, obviously. But at the time, I remember thinking, man, that was a really, like, well-designed character for them to just kill right away. Like, even then, I was like, there's something weird about this. Now, I didn't think that it wasn't even the right character or whatever ended up happening, right? But I would just remember being like, that was a really, that was a cute-ass character for them to just fucking murder right away. And I was like, damn, this game means business. But really, they were just pulling the wool over my eyes at that point. But yeah, I really like Junko. I think she's a great antagonist. And I like the switching personalities thing.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of that, put Samugi, dude, and I'm gonna put her right behind Junko.
Makes sense.
Because to me, she's like just a step below Junko, but she's similar, obviously, for a lot of reasons. The ultimate cosplayer. Yeah, the ultimate cosplayer.
It works for whatever company's putting this game together.
Yep. I remember being drawn to her immediately, like, ooh, I want to be friends with this girl. She's a cosplayer. Okay. But then, because she's such a wallflower throughout most, like, she doesn't say a whole lot. She doesn't do a whole lot. She's always like, oh, I'm whatever everybody else is doing, I'm into it, right? And that works for her to end up being like the mastermind behind it all. And I think that's really cool. And I like how she transforms into like cosplays all the other characters at the end. So you get to revisit all those characters from all the different games.
Yeah.
I thought that was
especially
really cool.
Since all their voice actors are already here in some case.
Right. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I liked the twist with her, and I liked at the end when she's like, her and Monokuma are waving, similar to how Junko does when she gets executed at the end of 1. I was like, that's a nice callback, and yeah, and she gets smashed in the same way. So I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I liked that outcome much better than the AI Junko that we got into, for sure.
I'm gonna pick Ryoma, the tennis player.
Yeah, the boy.
Little baby boy. He's gonna go in B tier.
I like it.
He's he's so small. He's so short. And then he speaks, and it's like, hello.
It's like, hey guys, how's it going?
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck is this little baby talking like this for? But also, he murdered people. He's murdered people.
Yeah, he's a strange one. He's the ultimate tennis player, but he's also been to prison.
Someone kidnapped his girlfriend or something, and he went with a tennis racket and found some metal balls and went there and murdered them.
Yeah.
And that's why his outfit looks like a prison uniform.
Right.
And his fucking room was like a jail or something.
Yeah, he's weird. His lab was like a tennis room, but also the other room was a jail. And it's like, what, is he going to practice being in handcuffs? What the fuck? What is he going to do in that lab? No, I really like him too. I was shocked the way he died.
Yeah,
I was
really
like,
fucked up.
I was like, oh no, the piranhas, get out of there. And then I realized he wasn't moving. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. No, I like him too. I thought he was going to be another Teru because they're designed in the same kind of way. Mm-hmm. But he was much better. That's for sure. I got to do it. I'm going Makoto, and I'm putting him S tier. And here's why. He starts off very annoying in 1 because, like, he's so exposition-y. Because I think they were trying to find, like, it was the first game. They were trying to find exactly how it was supposed to go, and they improved it in future games. But he's very, like, what do you mean this is happening, right? But I really ended up liking him towards the end of the game. I like how he kind of gets mad at Junko, and he cusses at her, and you're like, oh, he cussed, And then I really like him in the anime too, and in D2, because he shows up there to like kind of help them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he became kind of this icon to people in that world because he was the one that he defeated Junko. And I just think that's really cool for this guy who he had an ultimate talent, but it was just that he got picked out of a lottery. Like he's not actually the ultimate lucky student. Like what's his face is
like Nagito.
Yeah, like Nagito. He's like he's like, oh well, you got picked out of a drawing, dude. Here you go. And I like that idea that someone who's normal as shit can turn out to be special if they just, keep being positive and keep pushing forward. So that's why I like him. And that's why I think he's S tier.
I'm gonna pick Sayaka. Maizono.
There she is.
F tier. Dog shit.
How dare you? She's so cute though. How dare you?
She came in and she's like all nice to Makoto. They went to the same school and he's like, oh yeah, I'm in there. And she like sets up this plot to kill him and it's really fucked up and she's gonna blame him for the murder. Not kill him, but frame him for murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You sack of shit. How dare you? That's why you're dead.
It's true. It's true. It's tough for me to put her in F tier, but it's probably the right ranking because she did fuck up my boy bad, and she used her pop idolness and her cuteness to like get the most normal dude to like work with her, and then tried to frame him. So yeah,
he definitely tiered 3. That's what he did.
Yeah, he did. He was like, hey, here's $15 a month, plus I donated an extra 10. And what's your link to your OnlyFans so I can donate more? I'll go with this dumb, what's her name? Fucking Monami. Okay, I'm putting her D tier, and here's why. I hate her. I fucking hate her. Okay, she's annoying, but I like her fucking theme song. I think it slaps. The I like the theme song, so I'm putting her in D tier just for the theme song alone. But otherwise, I hate her. She's annoying.
Okay,
that's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna pick Monosuke, the red bear.
Oh yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah. Or no, he's the red bear.
Yeah. No, sorry.
That's Monotaro.
That's Monotaro.
Yeah.
I want Monotaro.
Okay.
F tier.
I put Mono Kid all the way up here. Okay.
Don't have sex with your sister, I guess. Don't do that.
Yeah, maybe don't. Yeah, he belongs next to this boy right here. The have sex with your sister club, dude. Get that shit out of here. Oh fuck. Okay. I'll rank the last bear, which is Monosuke, and he's the most boring of them, so he gets to be F tier. More boring than the robot one that says like one thing.
I'm gonna take Fuyuhiko, baby gangster, S tier.
Agreed.
Love Fuyuhiko.
Me too,
Even
dude.
if he's also a fucking asshole.
Dude, I hated him at first, but he turned me around so hard, dude. Like he's just the way his character grows after Peko dies is like insane. Like such a good character. Even though, like I said this to you off recording, but like I still think the conceit that like, oh, he's the ultimate Yakuza, and then there's the ultimate assassin and the ultimate, any soldier, anything that has to do with killing to me just doesn't make a lot of sense in this game. Like I just think that's kind of weird. I still think he's dope. Oh boy, it's getting down to the man. I don't want to rank the girl who always shows her vagina off to everybody, and I don't want to rank the girl with the giant boobs. I'm gonna rank the ultimate imposter, and he's F tier to me.
F tier?
Yeah,
he does a really good Byakuya impression.
He does a really good Byakuya impression, but I was so disappointed because I remember telling you, I was like, dude, I want to see why is Fat Byakuya here? I don't even understand, and it ended up having nothing to do with that either. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I wanted Fat Byakuya to be a thing, dude, and then it was just, oh, he's an imposter of people, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was pretty disappointed with that.
Okay.
I want you to know, I really want to rank your girl really low, but I'm giving you the opportunity to not have that happen.
Okay, I guess, who did I rank last time? The bear?
Yeah.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, you ranked, wait. You can't rank her technically. I won't do it, don't worry, I won't do it. I'll just argue with you when you rank her.
I'll take Aoi. Put her in A tier. She's cool. I like Aoi. She has good character development throughout the game. She does survive. I like her relationship with Sakura. I like that she's willing to help her friend kill herself despite not wanting her friend to kill herself.
Agreed. I think she's a great character. I think she's one of the more normal characters in the game, which you need those.
Yeah.
You need those characters that are just kind of, they're just a normal person, and that's okay, you know? Even though she loves donuts.
Who doesn't, you know?
That's true. I love donuts. That being said, I'm going to rank Sakura, and I'm also putting Sakura in A. Although, I don't super love the reason. Well, I guess the reason that she ends her life is fine. I don't like how it plays out, I guess. I think she could have been more effective as a character in that regard. Like, her death could have meant more. And I get that she was expecting to leave this, like, letter that Monokuma intercepted. But, like, I don't know. I feel like she could have done more of that. But I really like the character. I like that it's, like, not a stereotypical lady. She's, like, this really super strong, almost Dragon Ball Z type character that
she goes from your stereotypical anime girl to this really buff woman.
Right.
Like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Right. And I really enjoy her for that.
And just like every buff character, she dies in the fourth case. There's a statue of her in 2.
Is there?
In Grape House or Strawberry House. One of the houses there's a statue of her.
That's right. I forgot about that. And there's also that in the first game, isn't it? There's that Monokuma Theater where it's like a game that they're like, oh, if you buy Danganronpa, we'll make this game. And it's like, I know you won't. The game looks bad also.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yep. Sonya, A tier. Can't let her be lower than that.
Okay, well, why?
I think she's really nice. She's real positive. I like her interactions with Gundam and also her interactions with Kazuichi. As in, she's like, get the fuck away from me, please.
Right.
And I like that post death of Gundam, she's like, she curses, and that's really funny. I think her cursing is very fun. I don't know, she's cute.
Fair. I just think she's boring. She doesn't really do anything. I don't know. I expected more out of her, I guess, is my complaint. Whether right or wrong. And I just think I just got done saying, hey, there has to be normal characters, but I'm like, she's like from a different country. Like, she should have done something more important. I'm okay with that ranking. If you were gonna put her S tier, we were gonna have more words, but I'll take A tier. I'm gonna go with who did I rank last? Oh, Sakura. Okay. I'm gonna go Suichi.
You can pick every character. You can pick any character except for
the one I wanted to rank. Yeah, I know. I'm putting him in S tier as well because I do think he shows growth during the game, and not just like, oh, he takes off his hat, right? I think he shows a lot of growth during the game, and I like he almost like in the ending he has to almost put aside both hope and despair in order to succeed. I think that's cool, and I think that's not something Makoto could have done. I don't know. I like his design. I like being him. Like, he's a protagonist that, like, he doesn't have too much going on, so you're not like, oh, I don't feel like I'm invested in this because it's not me, but he does enough. Like, he's not just a blank canvas of a protagonist, which is nice.
So, I have 3 options here. No, I have 2 options here. And I'm gonna pick Kurumi. I'm gonna say she's E tier.
Okay, fair.
She's cute. Doesn't do a lot though. And the twist of her being like the prime minister or something, it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, especially when you consider what they tell you at the end of the game.
Yeah.
It's like, why did they tell her that? Like, that doesn't, she's not really that. That, like, it's very strange. That even before I knew about the end of the game, I thought that was a strange, like, twist of her being the prime minister, or like not even the prime minister, but she's the prime minister's like maid, but really makes the decisions for the prime minister. It was just like, what is happening? I don't really get that, but
yeah.
But otherwise, she's a good character. Otherwise, I like her. I'm going our favorite assassin or soldier, Mukuro, and I'm putting her in C tier.
Yeah.
I think she gets a bad rap in the game, obviously, because you barely interact with her in the first game. But in the anime, I think she's pretty cool. She's definitely exactly what you expect. Like Junko just kind of walks all over her. But I like. I actually one of the reasons I'm ranking her this high is I like in the fucking opening when she's like just standing behind Junko with her fucking knives out, dude. I'm just like, oh hell yeah, that's badass. But that's really the only reason why I'm ranking her in C. Because I just like that visual. I think it's cool.
I think it's funny that the ultimate soldier is a masochist.
Yeah.
She loved being stepped on.
Yeah, she's into it for sure. And I read something when I was like getting all the names together so I could remember all the names. I read something about her wanting to be incestuous with Junko. And I was like, wait, where the fuck is that coming from? And I was like, that doesn't seem right. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of it.
Yeah, I think that's some.
Otherwise, we stick her in F tier with the other
she'd be
sister fuckers.
We should have made our own tier for the sister fuckers here. Like we're gonna move them down. They're their own tier down here. All right.
Now we've only got 2 characters left. Well, Danganronpa 2 characters left.
Yeah, so I guess we got to throw that out the window. But
yeah,
that's
so
fine.
I'm gonna pick Mikan.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stick her in B tier.
I think that's fair.
Her archetype of character that gets basically bullied is like whatever. I think she's a fine character as far as like actual character goes. I don't like if she kills 2 characters I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that fact. But for some reason, man, they draw her really thick all the time.
Yeah. They do, and they put her in situations where you can very much view that constantly.
Like I remember playing Danganronpa 2 on my Vita. It's like 3 a.m. I just started it. We get to the beach and everyone's in their swimsuits. And like just on the side of the screen is Mikan's ass toward camera, and I'm like, what the holy shit?
Yeah.
Why would you...
It's funny.
Come on, video game.
That's probably on screen right now because I was going through the different like little events you can unlock in the game and recording them for this video, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. I don't even remember noticing that when I first played D2, but now that I saw it I was like, whoa, okay. But then they do the thing where she falls down and the turkey platter lands on her underwear so you can't see it, but her legs are up. It's like, what the fuck is this? I remember just being like, there was nothing like this in Danganronpa 1. What the fuck is this?
And then she has her execution and she's like fucking orgasming while riding this rocket into the sky.
Yeah, it's very weird. I like, is that like an archetype or something I don't know about, or like
I don't know, dude.
Girl that's clumsy and shows her vagina off to everybody. Like, I don't think that is. I don't think that's an archetype. I'm gonna pick Izuru Kamakura, and I'm gonna put him in B tier. And here's why. The characterization we get of him, which isn't much in 2, we get a little bit, and then in the anime, only a couple times do we get to see him like, oh, he's the ultimate everything, right? Like, they don't really show that off a lot. And then otherwise he's just like, huh, that's boring. And that's all he says. He's just like, that's boring. And even in Danganronpa 2, when they show him on the ship on the way to the island, he's like, oh, that's boring. You know, it's like, ugh. Well, I get it. You're good at everything, but like, say something different than that's boring. You're not good at speaking, obviously. Like, what the fuck? But I still think he's a cool character, and it's a cool idea to take. Like, it's like the opposite of Makoto. Like, Makoto willed himself into being like someone important, right? Where he kind of the Frankenstein version of that, where it's like, oh,
he kind of whined until he got it.
Right, definitely. All right, Tyler, there's one character left to rank.
Akane?
Yeah.
A tier. She's cool.
I do like her.
She can fight. Very good, even though she's, the ultimate gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to eat. That's cool.
I like eating.
She gets some character growth because of Nekomaru.
True.
She got the big titty. But other than that, she's around to help sometimes. She's not the smartest.
Mm-hmm.
She had a really fucking rough life, actually. Her life was terrible.
Yeah, she tells a lot of stories about like being a waitress and like fucking old ass dudes hitting on her, and then like, oh, you should be a gymnast, and then she like talks about like back alleys and shit, and it's like, holy shit, like that's
She did not have a good life.
No, but she's like one of those people that's like too charmed to even notice she didn't have a good life. Like things just
she's doing her best.
Things just seem to work out for her in the end, you know?
All right,
dude, we fucking did it. How do you think we did?
Definitely some yikes characters on here in certain places.
Well, who do you think's the most overrated character on the list?
I think Kokichi's too high, dude.
Okay.
I think he's too high.
Where would you put him?
E.
B?
C.
C. Okay. All right. I'll do that because I have faith in you as someone who's been into Danganronpa longer than I am. I'll move him down. So people that watched the video and stopped watching when I put him in S, come back and watch the rest of the video. I think, who did you overrank? Actually, I don't know that you overranked anybody. I mean, you could talk me into her not being S. Oh wait, you can't see what I'm pointing at. And her not being S. I can see. You can, okay. The recording couldn't, I guess, then. But, because I'm like, if you look at the S tier and you're like, who doesn't belong here? It's instant. Boop, right here. But I think it's fine. I'm not going to make you move her.
Where would you move her?
I don't know. B.
I can take that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right. We'll put her in B. Is there anybody we underranked? I don't think tremendously.
No.
I think you could move Kaede up like to B, or Maki up to B, but that's not like a crazy underranking to me.
I don't think any of these characters deserve to be higher than...
Yeah, and I don't see any of these B characters moving up either. So I think we did a pretty good job. It's not bad. I know you don't like Angie up here, but she's staying. I don't care what you say. If Sonya's gonna be here, Angie's gonna be here, okay? Mono Kid, we're putting Mono Kid down. That was a bad call on my part. I'll just put him down there, dude. Fucking put him down there. All right, dude, this was fun. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for doing this with me, man.
No problem, dude. I like doing it.
Please, everybody, if you're still here listening for some reason, go on twitch.tv/TylerRims and follow the man. He plays a lot of games, a lot of weeb shit, a lot of good shit, and he's funny. And if you get enough points, he'll yell "yee-hi" at you, and that's my favorite part.
I will.
He'll yell it. Great streamer. Everybody should go check him out. Anything else you want to plug, dude? What are you playing right now?
Well, I'm still playing Strikers as of right now.
Okay.
I don't know when that's gonna end. It just depends on how much time I have to play it.
Mm-hmm. Also depends when this video comes out, because I got a lot of editing in front of me.
But yeah, I mean, I'm playing Persona 4. At some point, I'm gonna start playing the original Persona 5. Not like a full playthrough or anything. I'm just gonna mop up the rest of those trophies.
Got it. Nice.
Which might entail a full playthrough. I don't know.
It might.
But that's about it. I do a podcast with my friend Zero called All the Angles. And we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of the time, which is our kind of a side thing. Our main podcast involves another person named Sly. We talk about games. We talk about Danganronpas 1 and 2. We haven't done the anime or V3 yet, but we will once Sly is more available. And then we talked about Persona 4 and 5.
Stuff that if you're clicking a Danganronpa tier list in 2021, it's definitely stuff that's up your alley. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so dude, thank you for doing this with me, man. This was fun.
No problem.
We'll have to figure out some more videos for us to do together and have a good time, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye. I don't know how to end a fucking video, apparently.